Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome back to my F1 24 career mode, Season 2, Round 4, going into Imola. Our drag reduction upgrades have been complete. There is the updated performance index chart.
Welcome along everybody to Imola, just down the road from Ferrari HQ, and they know a thing or two about pace, and pace today is king. It's qualifying day, and it's great to have you with us.
So I just want to discuss with you guys some thoughts I have, because we've had another patch come through today, the 1.7 patch. It's said to address issues such as AI trains. Now, it's something that we have seen particularly a lot of in this game, where in most races there are big groups of AI trains. So this patch is hoping to address that. But this also addresses handling again, particularly for controller users, which I am one of those pesky controller users. I've never been able to get the hang of a wheel, unfortunately, but I don't know, this is, what, the third or fourth time that the handling has been altered on this game. I've not really noticed a massive difference with it, to be honest. It's probably just, ooh, that did not feel good at all there. I'm backing out of that lap and preserving the tyres. But I don't know, like, it's what, the third or fourth performance update that has dealt with issues with handling. And I just feel, I don't know, is this because the game makers, EA, Codemasters, whatever you call them nowadays, were they not happy with the handling upon release day? We're 2 months into having this game and they're still tweaking the handling. To me, that says that they should have probably waited to release the game a bit longer. I know it's not, far be it from me to criticise, because it can't be an easy task to bang out an F1 game every year, especially with all the updates they got to add to it. But one thought I do have is that it was released quite early this year, and a lot of people have had issues with, if not the handling model, one or two other things that have gone wrong with the game. And my question is, what do you think it would have benefited from not releasing so early, waiting maybe another month until releasing it, and working on some of the issues that were present? I don't know, like, a lot of content creators weren't happy at first with the handling model, and then when they modified it, a lot of esports people were less happy with the handling model too. And it just feels like a case of a lot of people haven't been overly happy with a lot of other aspects of the game. So, what do you think, it was rushed out, or do you feel like the game was fine on day one? Do you feel like the patches have helped improve it? Guys, I want to know your thoughts in the comments box below. But now we're fully underway with this lap. It's not looking too bad, although the way we took that chicane, that was less than handy. As we now head towards the end of the lap, we're going to head into the double left here. I'm hoping this is enough for Q2. I'll worry about what comes next after that, but it's been a relatively good lap, and I think this should put us, it's P3. So just behind George Russell. So P3 it is then. Verstappen fastest in Q1. Who have we lost then? It's Porsche, Albon, Hulkenberg, Gasly and Sainz. Surprised to see Sainz go out of Q1. Half a second up on the time we need to be up on as we come into the chicane. This is looking fairly good. It's not looking brilliant, but it's looking fairly good as we head to the double left-hander in Q2. I feel like this should just about be enough to get us through into Q3, which is what we need. On the straight now, what's the time going to be? It's a 1:15.1. We've made it through into Q3, however. We have, however, lost Ocon, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Ricciardo and Zhou Guan Yu. Round the left-hander there, that felt beautiful, didn't it? A lot of speed can be taken through Aqua Minerale, and that was pretty solid in itself. Now up the hill. Sector 2, it's purple again. Can we challenge Verstappen for pole here? Can we place the Ferrari on pole and give the Tifosi here in Imola something to cheer about? In Q1 we were third. In Q2 we were second. Can we continue that pattern and make it P1 here in Imola for this Imola Grand Prix? And it is pole position! Come on! What a lap! That was a mega lap. I'm really happy with that. We were setting 15 zeros, and on that lap we found half a second. Max Verstappen starts fourth, however, but we got Lando Norris on the front row and Fernando Alonso in third. This should be a good race.
Welcome once again to the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari. The clue's in the name. This is very much Ferrari home turf, and the locals will be out in force today to support their team in what we hope will be a magnificent spectacle of motorsport. On then to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. One lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula One circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track. 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 to the left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the... It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Sunshine lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Fernando Alonso, Verstappen, Leclerc, Stroll, Perez, Russell, Ocon, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Zhou, Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Hülkenberg, Albon, Hamilton and Théo Pourchaire. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Now, you'll remember back from your racing days, Ant, working with the team and getting to know them is oh so important. And that's what this driver's going through at the moment.
Absolutely, Crofty. It's, you know, it's new for yourself when you arrive maybe into a new team, or you might be an established driver or a rookie. It doesn't matter. Getting to know a whole group of people, a team that works around you, it's vital to get the best out of each other. And in that return, your performance on track improves as well.
Okay, as you know, this is the team's home race, which means it's extra important for everybody in this team. They've got friends here, they've got family here, they're all in the grandstands watching. So let's go and put on a good show for them.
We have 32 laps to do here in Imola, and I want to stay ahead and win this race. Can we do it? Lando Norris is alongside. What will happen here? Those lights were very quick and they caught me a bit off guard, but we are underway. And look at Fernando Alonso! Like a rocket ship from row 2. He is no, he's not! It's Max Verstappen! From P4 up into P1. What a start for Max, who leads the Imola Grand Prix. We have dropped to 4th, owing to perhaps getting caught out by those lights. It looked like Alonso was going to take the lead, but damn the confidence Max Verstappen had on the brakes into turn 1, and indeed his fellow competitors, that they wouldn't run into him. Wow, that's a dramatic start, isn't it? And the top 4 has effectively been reversed on that, with that start. Meanwhile, Max Verstappen leading the way, but Fernando Alonso is looking at taking that. I'm looking at taking third on Lando Norris. There's no room there, and Norris makes sure that there is no room for me to go through. Here we go. What are we going to see in turn 1? Is Alonso going to have a go? Can we have a go perhaps at Norris? out of the final corner to complete the second lap here in Imola. And Alonso sets the fastest lap of the race, but we're tucking in to the slipstream of Lando Norris. And I was having a go. I'm on the grass. I'm backing out because there's a yellow flag behind. Alonso takes the lead. I was on the grass there. What has happened behind me? Stroll is out of the race. But this is going to be Lance Stroll dropping out of the race and nearly collecting other drivers with him there. And also much closer to Norris this time. And I think we're going to have a go. Surely we're going to be through this time. I'm taking the inside line. And look at this. Verstappen is going for it. I don't think that's legal. Verstappen getting past Alonso. But there's the yellow flag there. I made sure to pass Norris before that yellow flag. Did Verstappen illegally overtake Alonso there? I'm not sure. Also, Leclerc is now ahead of Ocon and up into 5th, so he's going to want to involve himself in this battle as he is the current championship leader. Out of the final left-hander, onto the main straight. Alonso getting back into the DRS of Fernando Alonso, and we've set a fastest lap as Verstappen tried to set it. Verstappen is covering from Alonso. Oh, I nearly went into Alonso there as I tried to take avoiding action. Verstappen is backed up out the first corner. We're going around the outside here. I'm going onto the gravel and Norris has gone into me. And that's going to damage Norris's car for sure. I was trying to go around the outside of Max there. And Lando Norris, unfortunately, wrong place, worst time. That is going to be front wing damage. Norris into the pits. Max Verstappen is going to have another go at Fernando Alonso and retakes the position. But these two are backing up every time they do it. And that brings me straight back into the fight. Oh, Verstappen's blown up! Verstappen has blown up! Max Verstappen is out of the Imola Grand Prix. And Fernando Alonso retakes the lead. It is over for Max Verstappen, who is causing a massive traffic jam behind him. And unsurprisingly, the safety car is out.
Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Oh, Alonso pits! Alonso pits. I'm staying out. What's the right call? Alonso, Leclerc pits as well. They've all pitted. Okay. Have I called this wrong? Have I called this horribly wrong by not pitting? How many of them have pitted? I can't even tell.
Controlling the pace on the restart. Keep it steady until the safety cars reach the pit lane.
Wow, I really feel like I've messed up here by not pitting. So I'm just going to have to go ham for this stage of the race and just hope and pray that we got enough to pull out a gap to a good position and still be able to score some reasonable points around here. I've decided to bolt now and resume this Imola Grand Prix from P1. Everybody else has pitted and is on hard tyres. So it's my job now to try and get a second at least clear and let them all start fighting each other so that they don't end up being my problem. But I just don't know what to do for the best here. Problem is I'm in track position, but I don't want to pit in and then we've got the intervention of a red flag and then I've just stopped for nothing. So I don't know what to do for the best. Is it worth trying to hold on to these tyres? The tyres that I've just attacked heavily on, I might add, to try and build up a gap. Is it worth holding on to them and hoping we can go until the rain hits? I don't know. It's a tough call to make. But I think I'm going to have to make it and box this lap for mediums. Hopefully when the rain comes we need to change tyres, otherwise that's me furtherly out of position. So I could take on the hards, but I don't think I'd have ultimate pace then. And I don't think I'd be able to make up as... I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to take a gamble and put on mediums. And hope that that's the right call in hindsight. So into the pits we come. It's such a shame really, because it was looking like a very strong race for us. In hindsight, I think I would have pitted under the safety car, but I didn't know the rest of the pack were pitting. Also, there's a bit of field spread in this race, so not so many trains, so it's clear the patch is working, but that's of little consolation to me.
You only have to stop once now.
As we now emerge out in P16, just ahead of Théo Pourchaire, so we've got a bit of a recovery drive on here now, here in Imola, and the clouds are starting to come over.
Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about.
Well, they're all reading 0. I would hope it's a bad sensor, but yes, the tyres look pretty inflated to me. Oh my god, never mind tyre pressure. My blood pressure just went up there, as well as my heart rate. Oh my god. I thought that was it then, and that I was heading straight for the barrier. No, okay, I think I'm going to spend less time making snarky comebacks to my engineers and more time focusing on the race. Oh goodness me, my heart rate. Anyway, we're now having a look at Daniel Ricciardo for P15. This should not be a difficult manoeuvre at all, and it is not, and the best thing is, we're going to have DRS for him. Cheers, Danny Rick, we are up another position. And we've also set a fastest lap to boot there, as Carlos Sainz is now having a look at Pierre Gasly, and he's also having a look at Nico Hülkenberg, and that's backing these guys up. I may even be able to gain a cheap position here on Pierre Gasly, down the inside. Do not make this difficult for me, Pierre. Okay, you're going to fight me. That's all good. But I'm going to take the position anyway. And that's exactly what we do. Up into P14. Now I'm having a look at Nico Hülkenberg. I'm not waiting around to get this one done. Hülkenberg. Where are you going, Nico? I thought he was going to go for the inside, so I went to the other side. Hülkenberg deciding, no, I'm just going to defend in a crazy erratic way that makes no sense. I'm here, Nico, do not come across on me, but we're going to just cut over and take P13 from you. Right, up next is Carlos Sainz, P12 in the Kit Sauber. The driver we replaced at Ferrari, currently out racing us, so this battle is a little bit personal, and I think Sainz may not want to let us through easily there, but, well, he's not really got a choice in the matter, has he? We've just blasted past him and into P12. And in a matter of a couple of laps, we have caught Alexander Albon here, and I'm going to go for P11, and this shouldn't be too difficult. We got DRS, we got overtake, and Albon, well, he's just going to be a bit of a sitting duck, isn't he? He tries to defend somewhat, but we have taken the position. Next up is Lewis Hamilton, and that'll put us back in the points in P10. Closing up to the back of Lewis Hamilton now, and we have a train of cars dead ahead, so I want to go for this, and I want to try and take as many of these as I can. Hopefully, like I said, this rain comes and we go on to intermediate tyres soon, but I need it to start raining like now for this to work. Right, we're all over the back of Lewis Hamilton, and realistically this shouldn't be too much of a challenge to get past here. I know there's bunched up cars ahead. We're overtaking one of them right now. We're going down the inside of Hamilton and up into P10. So we're back in the points paying positions. Where is this rain? No news from our mechanics on where this rain is, but I need to know soon as... Ooh, can we go around the outside of Perez here? Yes, we can. Here we go, side by side with the Red Bull. I'm trying to get side by side. Perez is not going to allow that. We're just going to stick it down the inside anyway, and we get the move done. And we now told the rain is coming pretty soon, but I need it to be sooner than soon. I need it to rain now. Right, what can we do here? How many of these are we getting past? Are we getting past any of them? First things first, we're going to have a look at Lando Norris. Norris covers. Norris is really covering as Tsunoda thinks about it, but we're just going to go for Lando Norris. We've got past Lando Norris, moved into 8th place. Oh, you don't see an overtake there, but we're going to try and take Tsunoda. Tsunoda not having any of it, but I'm just going to use a bit more overtake. Go down the inside of the chicane and get that move done on Yuki. That's P7. And we're really getting these moves done here. The rain is coming down quite a bit, actually, so I'm hoping it's enough to just make the track a bit greasier, and that in the next 2 laps we need to pit. First up, here's Magnussen, though. Let's worry about getting past these guys first. That's what we're doing. We're blasting past Magnussen, and we may even have a chance on Zhou here. Down the inside we go. Zhou tries to cover. He just can't, and we've got that move done. Up into P5. And that, to me, just says more and more.
Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as
Oh,
you approach.
yeah, where... Oh, sliding every corner, right. I'm taking this gamble here. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm gambling on intermediates this lap. I think this is the time to change, because there's just no... We're running out of grip, so I think this is the time to be on intermediates. And in fact, even the engineer is saying we're not sure. Scrub tyres? What are you talking about? I'll just get them on! Oh, we've had an issue with getting the tyres on, which just puts further woe on my race. But he's not sure that slicks were the right ones, so I'm keeping everything crossed that we've made the right call here. And we're back out behind Théo Pourchaire. Right, okay, this is where now we find out whether this is a good call or whether this has just been an absolute cock-up of a call. It's very damp on the circuit. I know that much, so we've just got to push on and hope that this is the right call. We have 4 laps to go here. And this is going to be such an interesting end. We've got Théo Pourchaire dead ahead of us. And the fact that we're faster than him, I think, just suggests that we are on the right tyre. And, well, that overtake was quite easy, wasn't it? So that just suggests that we are on the right tyre. But the problem is, if no one else pits, we've kind of fudged it for ourselves. So, what is happening here? DRS is disabled, but does anyone else pit? But look at this. These guys are on dries, they're struggling so much. And I just feel like more and more we are on the better tyre. But I don't know how much we're going to make up here. We cannot waste time behind any of these. Just look how much more grip we have. We're going to go down the inside of Hulkenberg there. And you can tell the grip advantage is working because that isn't traditionally an overtaking place. Down the inside of Ricciardo into the chicane here. And up into 13th. Thing is, I think we're going to catch the guys in front pretty quick because we have so much grip advantage. I mean, just look there at Gasly. Not able to get any speed into any of the corners. Down the inside we go. Right, we're starting the final lap here, and we should blast past signs here. Even coming out, even on straight line, I think we're just going to have an advantage here. If we get alongside, he's not going to be able to fight. He's trying to fight, but we're just going to be able to brake a bit later, even though we're nearly losing the car. But we're now up into 11th. Hamilton is ahead in 10th, and I think we should be able to catch him and the batch of cars he's racing. So, oh wow, this is just, it's not even a contest. So we've now caught Hamilton and Perez. Magnussen, I think, is there as well, and I think someone else is also in amongst it. But this should be relatively easy. Hamilton, we're on the outside of him here. And I think we should be able to get Perez too. Magnussen, I think we're going to be able to get out of the corner. And Tsunoda's there in 7th, so we should be able to pass him. Fernando Alonso wins this Imola Grand Prix. But look at this, we're going to pass Tsunoda here. Norris and Joe are ahead. They're a few seconds too far up the road for us to do anything. But these tyres were the right tyre to be on. And I mean, I don't understand why no one else pitted, but it is what it is. We still managed to recover a few points from what has been a very, very interesting and surreal Imola Grand Prix.
It's happy days for the Fonz. A winner today, Fernando Alonso.
To overcome the difficult circumstances they face throughout this race today, Crofty, it's not easy, and it really shows a lot of maturity, and you can use this, you can draw on this as a driver moving forward and boost your confidence through the rest of the championship.
The Aston Martin team will be very happy with today's performance. And of course, the final result. Another display of excellent driving and excellent teamwork. And a well-deserved first place finish. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out. Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
That one is a bit of a tough pill to swallow, but it's also a case of what happened there? That was a very strange race, and the safety car, I think, really triggered all that. I wish I'd pitted under the safety car. I think if I'd have pitted, taken on hards, even if I'd pitted for intermediates at the end, I think that we'd have been able to have the pace to get back to the front. But I'm glad that we were able to take P7 after that. We had to pit anyway because I took on mediums, took a gamble on needing intermediates, and while it kind of worked, the pack didn't pit, so at the same time it didn't work. But we still managed to take P7 from it. But Fernando Alonso is the race winner, proving that experience in these kind of days counts. Charles Leclerc gets second, George Russell gets third, Esteban Ocon, a stunning result for Sauber in fourth, Lando Norris gets fifth after his clip with us at the beginning, Zhou Guanyu gets P6, his best position of this career. We get 7th, then it's Tsunoda, Magnussen and Perez rounding out the top 10. I really wish we'd pitted under that safety car because we could have had a good result there. But it is what it is. And I feel like with the decisions we made, we saved what we could. But Charles Leclerc, he extends his lead in the championship. Norris is second. We're third, 28 points behind now. And unless my season is going to be based around helping Leclerc, we've got to get a move on soon. We have yet to beat him in a race yet this season. So Leclerc is out racing us 4-0. Verstappen falling further back after his non-finish. Russell 5th. Alonso moving up to 6th with that win alongside Oscar Piastri. Then it's Ocon, Perez and Hamilton rounding out your top 10. And the last point scorer, I do believe, is Lance Stroll. And in the Constructors, 2 new teams scored today with Alpine and Haas. But Ferrari, we extend our lead over McLaren. Red Bull have dropped back a bit. Mercedes and Aston Martin are 4th and 5th. Sauber 6th. Alpine jumped to 7th with 8 points here. And they're tied with the RB cars. And Haas, your last scorers. Well, thank you for watching this race. That was an interesting one, wasn't it? Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I've achieved an accolade for top 5 qualifying, but I'm not really achieving much all else other than that. It's a bit of a shaky race. But we'll move forwards, we learn from it, and hopefully we can start putting in some better races and taking the fight to the championship leader, our teammate Leclerc. But until the next time, I've been Joe, TTFN. Ta-ta for now, take care, and I'll see you all soon.